everyone. Murder Case Monday for I'm actually filming this like a week before. It's because when this is going up, my mum will be here, so if I can get as many videos done before she's here, I don't have to do as many while she's here. That's my thinking. So, but there are a few I have to do while she's here, so we shall, with a bit of luck, we shall get somewhere with that. But I'm hoping to have her in a couple, so excuse me. Right, today's Murder Case Monday is on Dylan Redwine. Now, I came across this case by Dr. Phil. He did an interview with the mother, father and stepmother in this. No, that's not this case, that's a different case. He did an interview with the mother and father, and a lot of that's caused a lot of the suspicion with regards to the father. I'll explain why in a second. What happened was, on Monday the 19th of November 2012, Dylan went missing from his father's home. He was there for a court-ordered Thanksgiving. His bones were found 7 months later, scattered in a wild area near his father's home, and the scattering was done by wild animals because he had not been buried. He was just laid, which is horrible. Both parents blamed each other, and went on to Dr. Phil, who offered lie detectors to both. I think the mother said yes, the father said no, and I think he'd already failed to. I'm not sure, I might be getting confused with the Chiron case. I might be getting confused with the Chiron case. And the mother sued the ex-husband for wrongful death because he died in his care. So I'll go through a brief timeline. I'll try and make this as quick as I can. At 6:30 on the 19th of November, Dylan missed a meeting with his friends in Bayfield. 7:30, Mark Redwine headed out to run errands, and that was the last time he saw Dylan. At 11:30, Mark returned home, and Dylan wasn't there. At 2 o'clock, postal worker thinks he saw Dylan walking on County Road 501 near Valito with another boy who was wearing similar clothes. In the afternoon, Mark checks if Dylan's with friends. He notifies his wife Elaine that Dylan was missing. At 6 o'clock, now some places say that it was the father, which is Mark, and some people say that it was the mother, Elaine. But one of the parents called the police, sparking a search of the area surrounding Dylan's home. Should I say Mark's home where Dylan was staying. The following day, which is November the 20th, sorry, no, this is day 3. I am missing days because a lot of it is just things like, search teams clubbing together. I'll see if I can find the article I found this timeline on and pop it down below for you, because it does go into a lot of detail, but I am just going through the significant events. In the afternoon, rescue workers think they may have seen Dylan twice and claim that he ran into the woods both times. One sighting was a jogger, and the other sighting could have been either. On day 6, Elaine tells the Herald that Dylan would not have run away, and says someone knows where he is. Dylan's photo is featured on the website for National Centre of Missing and Exploited Children. Like I said, I am literally just going through the significant events. Day 9, which is the 26th of November, Elaine tells ABC News Radio she is afraid Mark had done something to had something to do with Dylan's disappearance. Also claims that Mark was upset after she had received primary custody of the teen. The FBI's officially who joined the investigation that day. Day 11, Mark tells the Herald, which is the paper in that area, that he doesn't think Dylan ran away because he has nothing to run away from. Lapland County Sheriff's Office reveals that they have ruled out Dylan being a runaway. The bones were found in late June of 2013. Manner and cause of death are not able to find due to it remains being skeletal, because unless the cause of death actually physically impacts the bones, it's not going to show on the bones. And he was identified by DNA from the bone marrow. I think it's from the bone marrow anyway. They have an unnamed suspect, and I know a lot of people in the YouTube world and the YouTube crime scene, you know, the YouTube crime syndicate type things, where there's other people that do videos like I do, like Kendall and Rob, John and several others. We're all of the opinion that the father is most definitely suspicious in so many ways. He's the way he was on Dr. Phil was unsettling, to say the least. He was cagey, he was overly defensive, he was overly he was constantly tripping over his words and things like that, so he's not the nicest person, and I'm not sure whether the unnamed suspect is the father, but I wouldn't be surprised. I do think it was murder. I think the father's questioning behaviour and the attitude and his attitude surrounding his child being missing is where I get my gut feeling from. There is very little evidence, so even if they do think that it's him, unless they either get a confession or they find evidence, we're not going to know for sure. Also, there may be evidence that has not been found yet, because it is still an open investigation, and there also might be evidence that they've not even said that they've got, which is common with the police, unfortunately. It's just one of those things that if it's an ongoing investigation, they can't tell you too much. And it's also, like I say, it's why the police aren't sharing their information, because they can't, because it's an ongoing investigation. Which sucks, because especially when it comes to cases like this, where people want to know, but at the end of the day, there's reasons why they're not telling everybody. It's the same with the Ramsey case. It's the same with any case that we've looked at on Murder Case Mondays, or any case full stop. Even things like Newtown or Columbine, there's still evidence that they won't release because either it's sensitive towards the victim, or it is something that the general public probably won't really truly understand and probably have an adverse reaction to, which is understandable when you're talking about children. So that's this week's Murder Case Mondays. If there's any case you want me to cover, let me know down below. I haven't decided who next week's going to be on, but I'm going to try and do a British case next week. I'm going to try, see if I can find one. There is like 3 different cases that we have had, but each one of them has been solved. Which are very, very famous cases here in the UK. See if I can find some, and see where we go from there. That noise that you can hear is my washing machine. Sorry. Like I say, I'm trying to get as much recording done today, so I'm not having to do so much during the week while my mum's here. So, with that being said, stay safe, have fun, and I will see you soon.